Hi, how you guys doing? Well, welcome and thanks for coming. And just want to start by saying what an honor it is for both of us to be here with each other. No question about it. What a very exciting moment it is. But even more than that, for our families to be here, for our mom and dad sitting right over there, Jack and Jackie, and for Grandpa Joe. 97 years old and going strong. Grandpa Joe Sapiti, Bob Sapiti, our uncle, right there. Chad, our cousin. Any other family members out there? But thanks for being here. And just as far as our team goes, we'll be doing a normal Friday practice. We're going to head over to the Saints facility, which Jim has been great about, and the Niners organization, giving us an opportunity to get over there and take advantage of that facility, which has been good for us. We'll be early. A little earlier than normal, and we'll be long gone before they get over there. It'll be a normal Friday practice, the things we do on Friday, and we'll be moving on from there. It's your turn.
I concur.
Shireen Williams, Fort Worth Star-Telegram. You guys both made very risky decisions at midseason on the offensive side of the ball. As kids growing up, who was the riskier, gutsiest guy growing up, and can you tell a story about that?
Well, as far as my memories of this season right now and what got us here and how hard it was to get here, I understand that, and tremendously excited to be here, and looking very much forward to the game, the competition. But as I look back on the season, the greatest share is how our players played. Going back to our very first game in Green Bay, Randy Moss catches a big touchdown. Alex Smith has a great game. David Akers kicks a 63-yard field goal. We were down here just a couple months ago playing in New Orleans, and Ahmad Brooks, a huge interception in that game that really turned it, and Dante Whitner interception for a touchdown. Collins, the way he was prepared and ready to step in the big Monday night game against Chicago, and has done such a terrific job. Really happy for his success. The way our players have played, to me that is why we're here, not because of any coaching decisions or any way that we were when we were kids, but so really a credit to those men, and looking forward to the game.
I concur.
Morning, Coach.
Drew?
This is for both of you, actually. Drew Forrester from WNST Radio in Baltimore. Given the old adage about coaches are hired to be fired, if that were to ever sadly happen to either one of you, could you work together? Would you hire your brother?
I would, yeah, definitely. And I'd work for him, sure.
I concur. No question about it, Jim. And we've had that conversation in the past. It just never really worked out timing-wise. But I would love to work for Jim. I'd love it. It'd be the greatest thing in the world. And we almost made it happen at Stanford at one time. And it'd be an honor to have him on the staff. Great coach. You always try to get great coaches, and there's none better than Jim Harbaugh. And I mean that seriously. There's no better coach in the National Football League than this guy sitting right here.
Well, Jack Harbaugh. He's pretty darn.
He's
pretty
darn
good.
Yeah.
I got a chance to work for my dad at Western Kentucky, and my dad worked with us at the University of San Diego as our running back coach, and he also was our running back coach at Stanford when Willie Taggart took the head coaching job at Western Kentucky. He left before the bowl game, and my dad coached for us for 3 weeks at Stanford as well. So I definitely know we could do it. Yeah.
Aaron Wilson, Baltimore Sun. This question is for John. John, you guys grew up sharing a bedroom. What was it like sharing the Saints facility, and how did the guys like the grass surface as opposed to the turf at Tulane? Thank you.
Well, it was just a plus going over there. Tulane had done a great job. They're in the process of rebuilding their football stadium. They're building a 30,000-seat brand new facility there for their football program, and it's under construction right now. They did a great job of preparing their facility as it stands. But we need to be on the grass. We need to have 100 yards. We needed really more than just one field. And it was a big plus for us over there, and I think it was just good to get the guys in the grass. It's good for player safety. It's good for their health, and to get them to the game, feeling like they need to feel.
Sean Jensen from the Chicago Sun-Times. For either of you, have you had a moment as busy as this week is where you realize that on Sunday, one of you guys is going to be very disappointed?
Yes. You do think about, that's obvious in any game. I think that's always something you think about. So it's not really about, and Jim was pointing this out before, it's not really about how we're going to feel, every coach, every player, everybody in your organization, when you win, everybody it's jubilation. And when you lose, it's just bitter disappointment because so much goes into it. And it'll be no different in this game, probably even on a greater scale because of the opportunity to win the championship. And a lot of hard work has gone into this. A lot of plays have been made. A lot of sacrifices have been made. Great competitions have been won, and adversity has been battled through by both teams. And for the side that comes up short, it's going to be a bitter disappointment. That's just the way it works. That's how football is. That's how life is, and we understand that.
Pete Gilbert, WBAL TV. How you doing, Coach? As the older brother, you want to kind of always, I suspect, protect a little bit that threat you're growing up. Do you still feel that way with Jim? And I guess, like on Sunday, the possibility to take away a dream of his to fulfill your own, is that hard at all?
No, not at all. I suspect he feels the same way. It's about the teams. We are fiercely loyal. There's no doubt. I think we'd all say that. Not just of one another, and we always have been. That's definitely not ever going to change. We will continue to be fiercely loyal and protective of one another, but also of our teams. And Jim had mentioned earlier in the week, he talked about the brotherhood, the band of brothers, the brothers that'll take the field. St. Crispin's Day speech, he's got it memorized. It's unbelievable. It's brilliant. And that's true. The band of brothers will be the brothers on the sideline. It'll be the Ravens sideline, it'll be the 49ers sideline. That'll be the band of brothers in this competition.
Oh, Coach, we're wrong, I would say. We're strong for Toledo, T-O-L-E-D-O. I'm Hugh Washington from the San Francisco Sun-Reporter, and I've been covering the 49ers for like 30-some years. But what I wanted to find out, the place where the mommy flows, I'm sure you understand that. Which one of you thinks that their team is really going to do as much as they win this Saturday? Sunday, I forgot. I came all the way here, Jim, just to see you in person with your brother.
Were you born in Toledo as well? Okay, I was born in Toledo. We know the Maumee River. We know the Ohio Valley. That's where we're from. And the week has not been any different from my standpoint or our standpoint than a normal week of football during the season. And the players may have a different opinion on that, but coaching-wise, it's been very much the same. You're in a dark room, you're watching tape, watching the Baltimore Ravens, studying them, and then getting with the players, getting out on the practice field. That's been wonderful. We've had great practices. Meetings have been really, really crisp, and we're getting a good understanding of what our plan is going into this game, and all the while just thinking about the most exciting thing, and that ball when that ball is kicked off on Sunday for the game. And we understand it'll be a great challenge. It'll be a great task, and that if we were to win this game, it will be well earned. So that's really all we're thinking about and focused about, and can't wait for it. And really excited to be here.
This is for both. Darren McKee, KKFN Denver. This is about your players. Many Super Bowls have been defined, not necessarily won, but defined by a big play. Why do you think your players will rise to that moment, win that moment, and win the game?
Because they have to, if you're going to win the game. As you made the point,